Good afternoon, everyone. It's 4:54 p.m. Um, First of all, I just want to say happy 2022 to YouTube and Twitch, and I also want to say hello to Instagram and Facebook. Even though I wished y'all a happy New Year. So, how y'all doing this afternoon? Well, you guys see the title, and the way I feel right now about voting rights and all others that I advocate for may be gone, but this is just the beginning. You know what I mean? It's just the beginning. The fight is not over on anything I advocate for. But the only thing this man ever did was give out um, COVID-19 relief. And not only the relief, he made sure he makes sure we all get vaccinated. You know what I mean? So I just want to pray to the Lord that I'm not just fully vaccinated, I'm also boosted too. But I just found out um some of us I just found out that um another booster may come, but I don't know how long it will. I don't know how long they want us to get some of us to get another booster. You know what I mean? So I wish I could play some clips, but if I play some clips, I'm afraid I might get demonetized by YouTube because YouTube love to demonetize people, especially the ones I subscribe to and the ones I hear the truth and the ones I hear the facts from about what's going on today. You know what I mean? So and remember what I keep saying. I kept saying that corporations is all behind this. Corporations is all behind this because all they do is um, send money to politicians to make sure politicians so poli- so they can make sure politicians don't do nothing for us as an American citizen. You know, and plus I kept telling y'all, I want to if any of y'all are frustrated or beyond frustrated, we should not take it out on each other. We need to take it out on corporations. I'm talking about CEOs who has been getting richer off of us for a very long time, longer than this, longer than this pandemic that's been happening. So, and plus remember what I said. This is not none of our fault that this pandemic is going on. It's the top 1%. It's their fault. They're the ones who invent this. They're the ones who want us to keep. They're the one who want us to be on lockdown. And as soon as they hear complaints from Trumpers, they reopen their doggone businesses to make others who are not Trumpers go back to their jobs. and hurt themselves. You know what I mean? And I used to be a working class person myself. And I miss being a working class. I really miss being a working class person. So I understand some of y'all begged me to make videos. You know what I mean? So here I am. But I really don't, y'all know I don't do this every day. You know? Whenever I don't do this every day, y'all understand I'll be busy doing other things. You know what I mean? I just did it because I had came back from a rally in front of City Hall Park advocating for Rikers Island to be closed and shut down. But I ain't just advocate for Rikers Island. I advocate for all prisons to be closed and shut down. You know what I mean? Because the prison system pipeline is getting way out of hand for us blacks and brown people and all people of color. I mean, let me tell y'all rich white bastards something. You motherfuckers built those prisons. Y'all should be in it instead of us people of color. You feel me? So my message to y'all rich buckethead bastards, leave me the fuck alone. Back up off me. And start paying your fucking fair share when it comes to goddamn taxes. It's bad enough for the last 2 goddamn years, y'all ain't paid y'all motherfucking fair share. Y'all too busy got richer and richer. So far, y'all are $10 trillion richer. Or should I say more than that? Seems to me, y'all are more than $10 trillion richer. Off of things that our founding fathers put together. And the way I heard this bastard so-called president, Joe Biden's speech, you know how he is ever since he became a politician. All he do is talk both sides out of his fucking mouth. And that man is really worse than past previous. You know what? Fuck all that. He's the reason why both sides are terrible. You know what I mean? Joe Biden don't know if he's a Republican or he's a Democrat. But at least he admit that he's a capitalist. But to me, he is both. He's a Republican and a right. He's right wing. Period. So what I'm saying is, I'm not just attacking Joe Biden. I'm not just attacking Joe Biden itself. I am attacking the two Democrats who I am attacking the two other Democrat senators, which is Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema, helping 50 Republicans block voting rights. This is not the first time they did it. They've been doing it so many freaking times. And I'm also calling out the leader of the Senate, which is Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer is the majority leader of the Senate. I don't understand why he hasn't done nothing to have those two buckethead bastards to fall in line and vote with the other Democrats. I'm talking about the other 48 Democrats. If those two buckethead bastards would have voted with the other two Democrats, Vice President Kamala Harris would have broke the fucking tie to make sure the voting rights is mine and yours in all hours. I mean, all of ours. So people like me, so I and people like myself don't have to go through this bullshit. You know what I mean? And this motherfucker president, it ain't just Chuck Schumer I'm calling out. I'm still calling out this fucking bastard ass, this fucking racist ass president, Joe Biden, allowing those two buckethead, racist ass senators from West Virginia and Arizona voted with all 50 Republicans to block voting rights. But let me tell y'all something. I'm not pissed off at y'all, my loved ones. The message to my loved one. I am not really pissed off at y'all. I want y'all to understand that. I'm not very pissed off at y'all. I'm very pissed off of what went down this past week, which was, anyway, this past week, this is Martin Luther King week, anyway. And those 50 Republicans and two fucking buckethead ass Democrats is not really listening. They haven't listened to what we are all saying for them to expand voting rights, not to take them away from any of us, that that our founding fathers established. You know what I mean? And plus, like I said before, views doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? Views really I don't care about the views. Every time I do this, you know what I mean? So, but what I'm saying is, if I was y'all, I would be upset too. It ain't just my voting. It ain't just our founding fathers' voting rights. It's y'all's too. But my message to y'all is to stop acting like they own everything. They don't own shit. They don't own shit. We own this. We own this. Because if you sit there or stand up or sit back, whatever y'all doing, if y'all let this bullshit continues, you're gonna let them win. You're gonna let them win instead of us. You know what I mean? So don't get me wrong. I don't hate y'all as my loved ones. I don't. But we all should come together and go against these fucking corporations who've been doing this for decades and centuries. Father, forgive me because these motherfuckers is going to make me lose my voice. They really am. I'm talking about corporations, not my loved ones, Lord. I got love for my loved ones who love me. I got love for people who love me, who really love me. You know what I mean? Because I am giving y'all the knowledge, and I'm giving y'all some knowledge. You know what I mean? I mean, y'all know I don't say things to chase y'all away. I'm just fed up how these freaking corporations keep keep putting money in the pockets of the Supreme Court, the prosecutors, the police unions, the politicians. I'm talking about they putting our tax dollars into they using our tax dollars to invest in those what I just mentioned. So they could take us to freak that. So they could take us to freak out, especially us black folk, especially us black and brown folks. You know what I mean? So I don't know about y'all, but have y'all ever watched America's Lawyer on RT America? So if y'all watch America's Lawyer about how corporations how corporations poison our water while their pockets getting while their pockets, they filling up their pockets, claiming like they ain't got enough money, they don't have enough money. Bullshit. They got a lot of money. They so rich that they really want us to go the fuck down. They want to see us diminish and adding more robots. You know what I mean? I'm not exaggerating. I'm giving y'all the facts. You know what I mean? This is all facts I'm speaking. If you don't believe me, just watch those independent networks like America's Lawyer. Watch the Ring of Fire, the Humanist Reports, the Rational National, the Crystal Alavis Show. Who else? Tim Black TV. Watch those. Watch those. Who else besides Tim Black TV? Willie D, the rapper. Watch him. He reports, at least he reports the facts on what's going on. Graham Elwood, Ron Pacone. Watch Heartlands Media. Who else? RT America. Watch all of those networks. All those networks will give you facts. Because if you watch all that bullshit like Fox News, MSNBC, all those news channels, they all propaganda. All of them are propaganda. But the ones I watch, they all facts. They speak in facts, the ones I watch. But the ones I don't watch, they all speak propaganda. They all speak propaganda. And they suck. You know what I mean? All those propagandas, news that some of y'all may be watching are propaganda. You cannot believe, meaning to say, don't believe the hype. Like the Public Enemy song. Because if you believe the hype, if any of you believe the hype, any of y'all is on the side of corporations who enjoys putting in the pockets of Supreme Courts, prosecutors, police unions, politicians. You know what I mean? And I keep saying our democracy is dying. But the way these 50 Republicans and two right-wing Democrats, aka obstructionists, opportunists, they feel like they killed democracy. But it's not killed. It's not dead. Democracy is not dead yet. We, the people, like myself, got to push it very hard and keep it alive. I'm not just calling out Chuck Schumer and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. I'm not just calling them out. I'm calling Nancy Pelosi, Steny Hoyer, and Jim Clyburn out. Those three House leaders. Those three House leaders are the same as the Senate Majority Leader, the Vice President, and the President. I'm saying this because they all have rich donors. And what do I have? None. I don't have no rich donors. I don't have nobody looking out for me when I'm feeling down. And the reason why I'm living alone, because I like to be stress-free. That's one good thing I like to live alone, being stress-free. You know what I mean? I'm not saying y'all as my loved ones getting on my nerves. It's corporations. It's corporations. Rich, large corporations are the ones are getting on my fucking nerves. They are the ones who have me beyond frustrated. Woo-wee. I am starting to sound like my pastor. I'm starting to sound like my pastor, Reverend Patrick O'Connor. But if you, like I said, if y'all want to let the anger out, don't let your anger out on each other. Let your anger out on rich, large corporations. Because in this country, there is 600 plus billionaires who haven't paid a fucking dime for the last 2 years ever since this pandemic started, that they started, which they started it. It ain't me, it ain't you, it's them. You know what I mean? And Bill Gates is one of the billionaires who wants to microchip, who wants to give me a human chip to put inside my body. But at least I'm vaccinated, but I don't need, why would I need a human chip if I'm vaccinated? So if you want to give a human chip, give the human chip, put a human chip in conservative, put a human chip in an unvaccinated conservative person, not to a vaccinated person like myself. You know what I mean? Wow. So, anywho, let me see who is. Okay, now, like I said, when it comes to views, it doesn't bother me. It does not bother me when it comes to views. I don't care about views. I don't care about who's watching me or not. So the title I put is facts. If if Joe Biden doesn't like it, if Joe Biden and his administration doesn't like the facts I'm giving, they can get this. And same goes for the all 50 Republicans and 2 Democrats. This is for y'all. Okay? Remember what I said. You bastards, you corporate bastards, are the ones who get me upset. Who gets me beyond upset, beyond frustrated. But to my loved ones who really loves me like I love y'all, it ain't for y'all. You know what I mean? It ain't for y'all. It's for them. Corporation. It's for corporations all over the. It ain't just here in this country. All over the motherfucking world. I'm talking about. They're the ones who wants to destroy this motherfucking planet. After our founding fathers put it together. You know what I mean? But you know what? Let me get my mind off the federal level of politics for a second. It's time for me to talk about the state, the state, the state politicians are the same as the federal ones. Like for example, I finally have in this state I live in, which is New York. I finally have a female governor by the name of Kathleen Hochul and a lieutenant governor by the name of Brian Benjamin, which he's a black man, but Governor Kathy Hochul is a white woman. But to me, she got rid of some of Cuomo's, some of former Governor Cuomo's people. She got rid of some of them, but she need to get off her ass and get rid of all of them. Because the more she get rid of all of them, her administration would be a little bit better to make sure people like me, as a black man, not just as a black man, as a person with a disability, get some doggone help. I mean, some more help than I'm getting right now to keep me very satisfied. You feel me? So it's gonna make me say she ain't no doggone better. The reason I'm saying this because she has not fired all of Cuomo's, all of former Governor Cuomo's people that he had when he was governor. When he was governor, she was lieutenant governor. And and plus, she just was a lieutenant governor. She was a congressperson. She was a Republican congresswoman before she became a lieutenant governor. So therefore, Governor Hochul pretends to care about people like me who has a disability, but she does not care. And it makes me want to go down to the new mayor. The new mayor I have in this city I live in. His name is Eric Adams. I remember Eric Adams. I know Eric Adams for almost a decade. I used to go to his event. I used to go to his events. I was marching. I was marching with him when he was a borough. I used to go to his events and march with him when he was a borough president. But I'm glad Brooklyn has a better borough president than. So Brooklyn, my Brooklyn folks, y'all should be happy that y'all have a better borough president. You know what I mean? And my borough is Queens, so my borough president is all right. Is all right, but at least I mean he talks about getting Queens getting Queens um transformed, but it seems like Queens has not changed very much. Queens need to be changed all the way. I like to see my borough, Queens, to be changed with more bus lanes. I'm glad Merrick Boulevard in Jamaica has, but going from Jamaica, going from Hillside Avenue down to the Nassau County has a bus lane to make sure all these buses move faster. But I would feel much better if Guy R. Brewer Boulevard have a bus lane too, especially going from Baisley Boulevard down to 137th Street. Yeah, that part can have a bus lane. So Q111, 113, and 114 won't be stuck in traffic. You know what I mean? So Borough President Richards, please listen to this idea. Guy R. Brewer Boulevard from 100 from Baisley Boulevard to 137th Avenue needs a bus lane. It has enough room. The street is kind of wide, but it has enough room for it. I'm not just my message ain't just to you, BP Richards. My message is to DOT also. And there's another block I like to see a bus lane come. I like to see a bus lane Rockaway Boulevard from Rockaway Boulevard from Rockaway Boulevard from Guybrush Boulevard to um Third Street in Woodmere, near Woodmere, should have a bus lane for Q1, Q113 and 114. So those routes won't be stuck in traffic neither. Because I notice when I travel after 3 o'clock, I be seeing traffic from I be seeing traffic in front of JFK Airport from Guybrush Boulevard to Brookville Boulevard. You know what I mean? So it would be better for that block to have a bus lane from Guybrush Boulevard to Third Street in Woodmere, which is in Rosedale. And speaking of that, I came from that way to buy a few, bought a few things over there in that area at Five Town. You know what I mean? So because I understand from Third Street, from Third Street into Nassau County, going to Nassau County, which is Inwood and Cedarhurst, can't have a bus lane. That's past the jurisdiction. You know what I mean? Because I understand that Nassau County, Nassau County, and Suffolk County doesn't play. You know what I mean? So that way, those routes can be 20. Those routes I'm talking about can move 20% faster. You know what I mean? But I appreciate the bus lanes on Archer Avenue and Jamaica Avenue in the Jamaica in downtown Jamaica. I really love that. You know what I mean? So Jamaica Avenue and Archer Avenue could be traffic free. And I like it when both of them are traffic free. So Guy Brewer from 100 from Baisley Boulevard to 137th Avenue should be traffic free also. And so is Rockaway Boulevard on Rockaway Boulevard from Guy Brewer Boulevard to Third Street, across the street from Applebee's in Firetown, can be traffic free also. You know what I mean? Are you listening, DOT and Queensboro President Richards? I mean, my concern is not just about bus lanes. My concern is more. I like to see more countdown clocks. I like to see more countdown clocks on Guy Brewer Boulevard, on Guy Brewer Boulevard, and I like to see more countdown clocks in the in the Rockaways, starting from Central Avenue and Central Avenue and Virginia Street, which is the Q113 stops at. They need countdown clocks, and what you call it? Beach Challenge Drive and Hassock Street need countdown clocks also, where the Q114 goes through at. And when the library in my neighborhood in Far Rockaway decided to reopen anytime soon, sometime this year, I put my suggestion to DOT for them to start separating bus stops, especially going north to Jamaica on the Q113 and 114, because I told DOT they need to put Q114 on the corner where the library is so it can go straight, and put Q113 in the back so it can turn, so it can make that sharp turn from my avenue to Central Avenue to go up. So it would have been no problems. But the side going towards Far Rockaway with on both of them, it's all right. But my concern is going up to Jamaica. Going up to Jamaica needs to have separate bus stops. Should be having separate bus stops. Not putting them together. Come on. Because putting both of them together at the same corner, it's going to be very hard for, it's going to be difficult for Q113 to turn in case any car, in case any vehicle in the way when they turn while the Q113 is turning from Mott Avenue to Central Avenue. That's why I told DOT that bus stop, Mott Avenue and Central Avenue has to be separated from one another. But it seems like that detour, because I don't hardly see Q113 and 114 goes down on these 20th Street to turn on Coronado. I don't see none of that anymore. Look like the library in Far Rockaway, which I live, is about to be finished. I don't know how soon, but it seems like they might open up. Oh, I say about in the summertime. If not, I will give them up to the fall for them to reopen. For me to go over there sometimes instead of traveling up to um, Central Library all the time. I mean, I don't mind going to Central Library sometimes, but not all the time. Don't get me wrong, my church is in that neighborhood, so I have to go there sometimes when I'm in my church's when I'm in the same neighborhood as my church. You feel me? I mean, I'll be all over here in New York. But I know tonight is going to be a cold night. It's going to be a cold night. It's going to be cold this weekend. It's going to be cold this weekend. It was snowing this morning, but it stopped now, and it might snow again. It's going to snow again on Saturday. I just hope next month will be a little bit warmer. You know what I mean? Because I don't want next month to get cold like this. I don't want to see. I don't want to see my birthday month get cold like this. You know what I mean? And I understand this is the last. This is the very last day of Capricorn season, going to Aquarius season. But I'm just waiting a month. I'm just waiting 30 more days. Yeah, 30 more days from now, which is my which is my astrology season. My astrology season is Pisces. So now it's down to less than 30. It's getting down to less than 30 days till Pisces season arrives. And I see Pisces season starts on a Saturday. On a Saturday. And ends on a Sunday. When I meant it starts on a Saturday, February 19th is on a Saturday, and March 20th is on the Sunday. So and I'm gonna count how many weeks I have left to get out of my 30s to get into my 40s. But to be honest, I'm not ready to get into my 40s. I'll be having at least I'll be having some fun in my 20s. I'll be having some fun in my 20s and some fun in my 30s, but I'm not ready to get into my 40s yet. So I'm gonna think how many weeks I have left from this coming Tuesday. So this coming Tuesday don't count for me. I know this coming Tuesday is the 20. This coming Tuesday is the 25th. So I'm not gonna count that. Okay. Being I counted all in my head, it says I have 6 weeks left from this Tuesday coming. From this Tuesday coming, 6 week. I have 6 weeks to turn 40, which I'm not really ready to be 40, but there's nothing I can do when the time goes forward. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. I mean, it's okay for me to think like I'm in my 30, like in my 20s again. It doesn't mean I'm going to act like I'm in my 20s. You know what I mean? So once I step into my 40s, I could think like I'm in my 30s. But I promise myself not to act like I'm in my 30s. I'm just going to think like I'm in my 30s once I turn 40. You know what I mean? And another decade, another decade, I'm going to be having a big celebration if this thing goes away. This capitalist pandemic. Once this capitalism pandemic goes away, another decade, I will have a big celebration. And you guys, as my loved ones, are invited. Once I decide to throw it. But the location I will throw my celebration a decade from now will be at my church. So all I have to do is save up a lot of money to get everything together. I mean, I tried very hard to save up a lot of money, but now this is the time for me to start saving up my money to do this. But I'm not begging y'all to chip in, but that's on y'all if y'all want to chip in to to help me out a little bit. But if y'all don't, that's fine. I can do that's fine. I can just save up my money. Don't depend on no I don't depend on nobody. That way I definitely don't depend on nobody. You know what I mean? So this year for my birthday, I still like it quiet. I still like it quiet. I still like to celebrate my birthday quietly. You know what I mean? But I don't mind having a few people around me on the weekends. But let me see. Yes, I do want a few people. I do want a few people around me on the weekends in March, starting March 5th. Now, actually, March 4th. Starting March 4th, I like to see people. I like to see some of y'all around me, friends, relatives. You know what I mean? I'm talking about. I would like y'all. I would like for some of y'all to be around me on the weekends of his 3 weekends in March. Just 3 weekends, which is from the 4th to the 7th. That's the first weekend. From the 11th to the 14th, the second weekend. And from the 18th to the 21st, that's the third weekend. Only 3 weekends in March. I would like to see some of y'all be around me whenever I go out to a restaurant where I could dine in or something. You know what I mean? I don't need a big crowd because this capitalism pandemic is still going on. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate somebody who's planning to take me out before those 3 weekends I just mentioned. You know what I mean? I appreciate him for that. And I'm glad I just took him out I just took him out last Saturday. I really want to take him out right on his birthday. But he got it mixed up. And I'm not gonna say this person's name. He gonna think I confused him. No, he confused me. But I don't have no beef with him as long as he don't have beef with me. I mean, he knows I don't have beef with him. You know what I mean? So I think I told him when July comes, then you give me your plans. Please do not give me. I told him, please do not give me your plans right away. If I want your birthday plans, I want it. I want to hear it between July or August. You know what I mean? So ooh, before I go about to get on this call with Citizen Action, before I go, I want to say something about Senator Bernie Sanders. Senator Bernie Sanders, you are a you are a decent politician, but I don't understand why you wait so late to go against this go against this current president who claims to be you claim to be you no which you said that you're his friend. No, if I were you, I would fight him. I would have fight. I would have go after him before he got elected. Way before he got elected. I mean, you went against him before, but you should have kept on going against him. If you would have kept on going against him, you would never quit. You would never back down. That's the reason why I'm beyond frustrated. I mean, I'm not beyond frustrated at you, Bernie. I'm beyond frustrated on how you quit because of these motherfucking corporations. made you quit. I mean, they made you quit. They ain't really made you quit. They kept Joe Biden in. They kept Joe Biden in. And they kept shifting dough to Joe Biden instead of shifting dough to you. All right. I usually don't go overboard. So my time is up and I'm about to go on this call. So whoever wants to call me, please wait until like please wait until like 8:30 or whatever. All right. As of right now, don't bother to call me. All right. So if I don't hear from y'all have a blessed night. All right. One love.